I can tell if how my camera's working. It's easier just to go to my Facebook. There we go. Ah, live now. Awesome. That's how I checked that the camera's working. But what's happened today, I managed to film 3 times. I've still got 28 minutes of camera left. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put my texter, and I'm going to put my, what do you call them? The bloody fins, hang them up. There it is. Now what I like to do is have a number on them so I know how many I've got left, okay? So I know I've got 5 10-inch, 5 9-inch or 9.5, 6 of those, 4 of those, 5 of those. Just makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to stack these. So I'll number them. 1, 2. Got my little, this plastic's quite tough that Tracy uses. Whoop, move that back. There we go. So I'm just getting around this blank. Normally I don't have a blank there. There we go. What I might do is just raise this one up. This is Jeff's. Put it up a bit higher. There we go. Now I can get under it. Righto. Next one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Right, so I'll pick these up. Put the hole through the plastic, just makes it a bit easier getting over the nail head. 2, 'oops, got the hole. 3, 4. Now I'll probably end up having about 10 grams worth of fins eventually. I'm just building them up as I go along, but I'm getting there. So yeah, getting there. Pretty happy with it. There's my twin fin, my upright 20, my normal one I use for my pie burgers, my large try with large quad rears, my 2+1 extra large for my HP mouths, and the option when up here when you haven't got a my extra large when you haven't got a don't want a fin box, or it's for a bigger person, bigger board. So I've still got 9 of those. New curls, medium and small, don't use a lot of those. So it's gradually building up. That goes in the fire. What's that, a bit of apple stuff. Now put this back. Sorry, we'll get rid of this screwdriver here, that's taking up a bit of room, a little nub stuff. There we go. Now I'm just going to draw the fins on this one. I'm stoked how this one come out. This one's for Mark and the Central Coast. Now when I'm marking my fins out, everyone has them in their own positions and everything. What I do with mine, 16.5 for my front fins, 6.5 for the box, and Mark's having the box. I'll just check. Yep, I try extra 2+1. Righto, so he's having the quad as well. So I'll put a mark at 11 inches as well. Now, everyone's got their own way of doing this, okay? This is the way I do it. I mark it square, 30mm off the outside of the board, which if you turn it over is about 1 1/4 inch, okay? 30mm, put a dot, this one here at 11 inches, 30mm, righto. Now, where you point your fins to is absolutely crucial, okay? Determines how the board turns and works. What we do for my HP boards, I point them directly to the nose, okay? So this one here gets pointed to the nose, directly to that point on the tip. See it's towed in at a reasonable angle, okay? That goes directly to the nose. I do that on my Pro model as well. And then I put the rear quads in, same sort of position. Directly to the nose. There's some funny ideas on how to do this and where you should point them, but I'll show you a little trick why I point them here, okay? And you'll get a bit of an understanding. Right, let's say this was a 6-foot shortboard, okay? When I'm putting this on here, this would be about here, and I would point the fins to here, okay? About this position here, like that. Now that's exactly not far off where I'm pointing this now. So this angle of this is like on a shortboard basically. Now let me write some details on this board. This is going to have the carbon down the center, so I don't sign these because it ends up being covered, so I just write on the stringer. So I just write Peter for Mark. And it's a 9.1 by 23 by 3 1/8. It's an SBB, shortboard bottom, and the glass job is 6, 6 and 6. So 6 and 6 and 6. It's got the carbon stripes, all good, okay? So that's that done, and he's getting pine lime splice all over. Easy colour to do. Now I'm just going to turn this fan on to suck a bit of the dust away. So I'll blow it down. Looks good. Happy with that. Looks good. Now stick this up the wall. Now these I'm going to have finished for Monday, for Marks. And the good thing is, finish coat wet and dry. Bernice is on the way to Brizzy. Yeah, so finish coat, wet and dry, a bit easier. Now I'm just gonna put a bit of new tape on my stand, on my racks, clean off any dust. That came off the blanks that had the black glue up. So I'll just grab my tape I only start one roll of tape. You don't have more than one roll of tape going. That's how you fuck up every time. Okay? You always do. I'll rip this tape off eventually. I'm up to, this might be the last one. Whoop. This might be the last one. Sorry, that was a bit of a dodgy effort. I don't normally do it like that. Yeah, put that on. There. It gives you a perfectly clean surface. Sometimes I'll have some repairs coming through. I'm not going to put anything lower than that one. So I'll do this. Sometimes you have a repair coming through, or a pigment board or something. Always replace your stand. I'm about to bring that board out of the shaping bay and put it here. I'll spray it in the morning, but I want to shape these fish tomorrow morning. Righto, so I'm just totally making this clean, just so I can use any one of these racks when I'm glassing. Right, so they're all clean. Now I've got a clean surface. This looks beautiful, by the way. I'm really happy with it. So I'll put this up here. Sits on the rack there. There. Sits on the middle there. Stops it twisting. Pick up my rubbish. Now I've got a 7.2 fish burger. So there's my blank. I'll just shorten my stand up a bit. Righto. That's my fish burger rocker. Beautiful, come out really nice. Oh, here's the little trick with your acetone. That's where I wash my hands, in that acetone there. But what you should do at the end of each day, you bring your acetone and leave it in another container. And if you leave it for a day, this is what happens. All the particles of blue pigment and everything that are in there, and all that falls to the bottom. So now I've got about 2 litres, just under 2, about 1.5 litres of acetone, sorry. And in the very bottom of it, I've got all the fragments of, now watch, I'll pour this out. Sure, I'll move that over here so I don't get all that shit. I don't want bulk of that coming out before it's there. Now, I've got enough acetone there for my, and that goes in here. That's where I clean. I'll put my dirty acetone in. Now, what I've got here is clean acetone. So when I'm washing my brushes and stuff like that, and I put my squeegee in here, I'll just clean that off. I put my squeegee in here, and that's pretty clean acetone. That'll last for weeks before it went off. And then I put this on. Okay, I store my brushes in these containers. They're airtight. See there? In clean acetone. But you do that way you're not wasting it, because if you leave it stirred up, the whole lot goes off in one go. Right, so I'm going to turn this off. My telly, my compressor and everything, charges, they're charged. Oh, hang on, was that charged? Yep, 3 dots. That was charged. Turn that off. This over here. That way all my tools are turned off. Then my lights. I'll turn my aircon on. And it's on cool at the moment, but I will change that to heat. And I just put it on Whoops, wrong button. 22, blow fan, and I'll keep this room and all my resin at 22 degrees, okay? And at the moment it's 22 and a half, okay? That way my resin doesn't start off being too hot or too cold. Make sure that lid's on. Okay, now I'm going to end this. So as I say, this has been a real easy thing with this new webcam, and it's so easy. All I do is click my phone on, go to the quick app, okay,